back with another free bird, solo bird this time. What's up? I'm Gio. Thanks to all the Patreon subscribers for putting your $2 a month. This one's for y'all, okay? So we are back with another installment of DIY Or? And this is the show within the show where we look into famous comedians, actors, people that aren't known for music now. We find their DIY roots, okay? This time, I think last time we did Oscar Isaac, which we found out he did a really interesting ska band and has a really long ska history. This time, we are going a little San Diego, a little Southern California with Bobby Lee, the comedian Bobby Lee. All right. So this dude, of course, like Mad TV fame, Hot Dog. That was huge. Everyone knows. I mean, I think he basically put hot dogs on the map in the early 2000s. And so Bobby Lee actually was in a band, not about hot dogs, an Apple-related band. This is like a San Diego psychedelic rock band that he was in, and they were called Langston's Superb. Yeah, no, not Langston. Laxton. Laxton's Superb. And it's a type of apple. So, obviously, these fools were doing crazy drugs. It's like a high school band, I think. And so, not much to say about this band as far as, like, they didn't make it. They didn't do anything. This is the only claim to fame that they have, is that they kicked Bobby Lee out of their band for two old guys. So, I want to show you the only recorded footage there is of his band performing with him. This is a public access TV show they recorded in 1991. Okay, it's Bobby Lee on Yourself Presents Laxton's Superb. There's a reason why their band didn't make it. It's a terrible band name. Awful band name. But let's give this performance a little check out, and we'll see his DIY roots. Honestly, he looks fucking in the zone. Here he is doing his thing. That's him. That's his fingers. Bobby Lee's fingers. Comedian fingers. You can tell. Those are the fingers that'll write jokes like hot dog in the future. Love the vest. Love the hat. The old guy that's balding, hanging out with a bunch of like teenagers in high school. That's the guy that took the band away from Bobby. That was Laxton's Superb. You could tell they're a psych band by the guy with the, balding head, the guy with the vest and the, like blossom outfit. And of course, Bobby Lee with the super long hair playing those keys, very chill, like not really playing with much force. And those yips belong in the past. That's the kind of shit that you only think sounds good when you're faded. So that's Laxton Superb. That's his first really like creative project. And he says they kicked him out and he started his comedy career afterwards.
I was in a band called Laxton Superb.
What?
Yeah. A Laxton Superb is an apple.
Okay.
Right. So we were a psychedelic band, right? And it was 4 kids just in high school, right? And there was these 2 hippies that also played at the Metaphor Cafe, and they were like maybe 20 or 30 years older than us. But they were so good that the lead singer of my band asked these 2 old fuckers to be in our band. And then it looked like fucking the Grateful Dead. It was like, 6 fucking people up there. And then they had me in the very back, right? And I was just like, what am I doing back here? So I just said, I think his name was Dave. I forgot who the other guy's name was. And I go, I don't want them in the band. They go, well, they're good and they're in the band, so there's nothing you can do about it. So then in protest, I just stopped showing up to rehearsals, thinking that was gonna, that they're gonna be like, oh, Bobby's not around. So we'll kick them out and get Bobby back in. But then they all had, meet us at Metaphor Cafe at 3 p.m. So I show up and then they go, You're out.
So we got kicked out. That's pretty much what happened. You didn't show up. He got kicked out. Honestly, a good thing. This band kind of sucked from what we heard just a little bit of. And he moved on to do other things. Hot Dog, that's a classic. So we got that. And we got him performing other things. So this is actually another performance he did maybe like a year ago, if anything. And when I say performance, I literally just mean he played piano for one person, which I'm considering that's a performance. Okay, that's good enough for me.
You know, I'll just play whatever I play. There you go. David Cho. Okay.
Wow. Can you believe that was improvised? Can you fucking believe that was improvised? Not me. Not me at all. That seems like he spent 30 years writing that kind of shit. Dang! I can't even hit the note. He's so good. Okay? And this is just one more example. This guy is born to be the next Bach. You know? The next Mozart. Let's check him out.
I'm knowledgeable about things.
He's a pianist.
He said
Yeah.
Pianist.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You say you want to cry, but your tears are dry.
Try.
That was a little snippet of a.
But you can hear the timbre in his voice. DIY never left this guy. Okay, that's the truth about Bobby Lee. The truth is Bobby Lee is waiting to drop his album. It's going to come out at some point when comedy and podcasting finally stops working out. The money stops coming in. We're getting the album. Maybe the album of the year, 2030. Bobby Lee, get on it. I know, okay, I don't want to seem biased, but yes, I did fuck more with Bobby Lee and his musical stuff than I did with Oscar Isaac. If we're doing a tier list, it's Bobby number 1, Oscar number 2. So let's just say I'm keeping track, I'm keeping tabs. If I'm going to keep on finding these artists and these actors and comedians, if they don't do good, if they're trash, I'm going to call them trash. So far, Laxton Supreme or Superb, pretty shitty band. Kind of a fun project because like having those two old people is kind of sick. I fuck with that. Better than like the 50 ska bands that Oscar Isaac was in, just because I feel like he's a one-trick pony. You know, ska can only go so far. This guy's playing ballad to David Cho, and I mean, not improvised. Definitely not improvised. Okay? Even though he said it was improvised. He wrote that. All right. So, DIY and I'm out. Bye. Happy Freebird. Thank you.